Bloody good. Jeff, Midnight and Brian, you boys, you're down from Nelson?
Nelson, yes.
Yeah. When'd you leave?
Thursday.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Austin's Transport must be a bloody good outfit there in Nelson.
Yeah, it is, mate. Yeah. Well done. All put together really good.
How long have you been in the game there, Midnight?
Oh, I've been in the game for over 50 years, but
50, driving trucks.
yeah.
Bloody hell. What about you, Jeff?
Oh, 40 odd years, yeah.
40. So,
40 odd,
and
yeah.
yourself there?
Yeah, pretty much straight out of school.
Bloody hell. I think I saw you drive past me one day. I was in Australia. You come past on a road train.
Probably right too. I was
Looks,
over
it
there.
looked like you.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
yeah. Done a couple of laps around that place there. So
Yep.
yeah.
So how many you got in the fleet altogether there with Austin's Transport?
We're in the 30s, 34 or 6 or something,
36
somewhere around
trucks.
there. Yeah.
How are you getting on with you got these top men, but how are you getting on with the staff situation up there?
Oh, we don't have too much trouble. We've got a bloody good team.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's good.
good product, and good drivers.
And good trucks, yeah. Yeah, bloody oath.
Yeah.
So what do you reckon? What do you like about the Kenworths?
Oh, you can't beat the Kenworth. There's only one brand of truck, and that's a Kenworth.
That's the only one there is.
That's the only one there is.
What do you reckon, Midnight? You like them?
I've got to put up with him, yeah.
Well, you can't say anything else in front of the boss, or you'll have to find a new job.
I'll be walking from here and it's a long way home.
What about you, Jeff?
Yeah, reliability,
Yeah.
Good product.
Yeah.
Great
Now,
product, yeah.
They would have changed a bit though since you jokers started driving trucks.
Oh, they haven't, this model hasn't changed too much, this
Yeah.
breed, really.
Young fellas know how to drive trucks like this.
Not anymore.
The road rangers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They all want to be automatics now.
Automatic.
Yeah, but got to keep us old fellas on there to
Yeah.
keep them in
Well,
line.
they wouldn't know how to get in and shift it.
Mm.
Bloody hell. And how have you enjoyed the experience down here?
Very good,
You
great.
been down here before to Wanaka?
No. Oh, to the town we have, but
Yeah.
not to the show, no.
Yeah, but you'll be back in 2 years.
Yeah, say so,
definitely.
yes, definitely.
Yeah. Shit, yeah, bring a few more of these big rigs down.
Terrific weather for it.
Yeah. Now you got a job down, you're heading down to Invercargill.
Jeff is, he's still working.
Yep. You're on,
I'm going to
you're
Chicago.
on the payroll, no drinking for you today. You're heading down
One day
tonight.
today. Yeah, this afternoon, yeah.
Yeah. Bloody good.
Yeah.
That's where I come from.
All right.
Yeah, so you behave down there. And same with you, Midnight.
Yeah, no, I'm going to Dunedin.
Oh, you're going to Dunedin? Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you picking up?
Fish.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
What are they in? What are they in?
It's frozen fish.
Oh, yeah.
In a chiller truck.
Oh, so you unhook these and pick up the chiller
Oh,
truck.
just a different truck.
Yeah. Bloody good.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if anyone needs to get a bloody load shifted, they need to get a hold.
Austin Transport.
Bloody oath.
Yeah. Nelson, nationwide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody good stuff. Thanks very much, gentlemen.
Anytime, anywhere, anything.
Yeah, you'll cut anything.
Yeah.
Houses?
Oh, we'll do it all.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bloody
do it all.
good. Good to see you.
Same to you,
Thanks
mate.
very much.
you,
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay. Cool.
Bloody good. Josko, you pulled into town, you set up a new business here in Wanaka.
Yep.
How's life?
Yeah, no, it's going good, mate.
Yeah.
Just starting out, but starting to pick up some work, so, you know, we're getting busy every day.
Bloody good. And then you went out there and you got a brand new digger?
Yeah, got a little 1.7 tonne Caterpillar,
Yeah.
tilt hitch, and all the buckets and attachments you can think of.
Yep.
And
You got an auger there, I see. Good man.
yeah, got an auger. Need a few more different sizes, but we'll get there eventually, mate.
And a bloody good truck to tow it.
Yeah, mate, that's the goal, eh?
You love the Land Cruiser.
Yeah, it's a beast. It's a beast. Got the 3B engine in it. Bit bumpy on the road, but that's how we like it. Keeps you awake.
Bloody good. Now, you're a Caterpillar man now, a cat man with one digger.
Yep.
What do you want? 20?
Oh, maybe not 20, but we'll work our way up there. I'm going to try and get another little 1.7 later on this year, and maybe a 2.5 tonner as we go next year.
Yeah. Now, you plenty of models to choose from there. Why Caterpillar? Why?
Oh, that's a hard question, but my brother is a bit of a cat fanatic. He's got a contracting business up north, so I've driven a lot of cats, and then obviously I've got this cruiser, and you can't beat a match, eh?
Yeah, yeah. It's a colour match too there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you wear Caterpillar socks and have Caterpillar cups and Caterpillar bedspread?
I'm not quite that far into it yet.
Yeah.
I definitely have a bit of merchandise, but I don't quite wear it on the daily yet.
Bloody good. Thanks for having us, and we'll catch up shortly.
Yeah, cheers, Tony,
Okay,
mate.
see ya.
We'll see you soon.
Paula Wilson, you're up from Dunedin.
Yes,
How are you enjoying it?
it's great. What a great weekend.
And you're a-
Beautiful weather.
It is beautiful, isn't it?
It is.
They're lucky.
It is, yes.
Now, you're a Volvo lady.
Volvo Penta, yes.
Yep.
Yes, been the Volvo Penta for 5 years. Had the dealership in the Lower South Island.
Oh, so you bought that, and so you are the distributor. You sell them.
Sales and service.
Service them as
dealer.
well?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Everything, start to finish.
So what are we looking at? Trucks, boats, everything?
Everything, industrial and marine, pleasure
Yeah.
and commercial marine. So, yep, everything in between.
Wow. So you'll get out on some good trips at times.
Oh, we do. We spend a lot of time in the back blocks in New Zealand. So
You get down to the island.
we do. We spend a lot of time in Fiordland also.
Of course, yeah.
So we do have a Penta powered boat of our own. We're building another one at the moment that
Yeah.
is going to have a Penta in it also.
Bloody good. How you going for staff?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. We are, obviously we need diesel mechanics.
Yeah.
Welcome anyone who'll come and see us about a job, but we are busy training apprentices. It's a big focus for us.
Yep.
We're very focused on getting guys through the workforce and out there as well. So,
You got a big workshop in Dunedin.
we've got about 7 staff on at the moment, so we've got 2 apprentices, 1 engineer, 1 qualified diesel mechanic and 2 senior diesel mechanics at the moment.
Wow. And what do you call the business again? Let's get that name back out there.
It's heavy diesel support.
Heavy diesel support.
Yeah, yeah.
Bloody
So,
good.
Yeah.
Now, just briefly, you've got to tell me what you love about Volvo Penta.
What I love about Volvo Penta, great product, very forward-thinking company. They're working very hard on developing a lot of green solutions for an industry that's typically very heavy diesel oriented and not seen particularly environmentally friendly
Yeah.
for a lot of other products.
You reckon you should put one in the Earnshaw?
I would love to put one in the Earnshaw.
And the
Very
Kingston
much.
Flyer too.
In the Kingston, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how it would go in the Kingston Flyer. I mean, obviously that's a steam-based engine for a start, so.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's fantastic, and you've had a good time down here, and you've met a few
We
people.
have. It's been great. Yeah, really busy days. Lots and lots of people through.
Yeah.
Lots of families, which is what it's all about as well. So it's
Yeah.
been fantastic meeting a lot of people from everywhere around New Zealand as well as overseas. One of the guys we met, I understand, was from the Netherlands, Marcos. So he came and saw us and
Has
had
he got a
chat.
digging contracting business over in the Netherlands?
I'm not sure. I'm
There's
not
someone
sure.
here.
He
They'll
came
not
here
be
as a
sure.
volunteer.
That's
Yeah,
right. He's
yeah.
camping in the camping ground. We've got to track him down.
Yes, I believe he is actually planning on bringing a crew of people from home for the next show. So,
Oh, good.
Yeah, he's
That's
pretty
bloody
keen
good,
to
because
come
it's going to grow.
Oh, it is, and it's fantastic. This is their first time exhibiting, and hands down, we've just absolutely enjoyed it. It's
You'll be
been
back.
Fantastic, very much so.
Hey, Paula, thank
Yeah.
you very much for the free hat.
Thank you, Tony.
I don't have to give it back now, do
No,
I?
you can keep that one.
Bloody good.
They're pretty rare, so
We'll see you at
treasure it.
Moana Pool.
You will.
Okay.
You will.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks, mate.
Eric Eves, bloody good day for it here today, and you're driving the tractor.
Yes, I'm told I'm going to.
Yep. What have we got here?
I'm told it's a 1912 Hart Park.
Yep. So
It's
you're one of
definitely a Hart Park.
the bloody nice looking machine.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, so you're one of the guys. You come in here and this is your tractor for the day. You look after it, or have you got a few?
No, I've just tagged and said you can drive one of these, and it's like, well, I can drive a traction engine. It can't be that much harder.
Yeah. Where are you from?
Gore.
Bloody good.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. Give it heaps.
No worries.
We'll see you in the parade.
Thank you.
I can see you. Come on in, Alan. Alan, you've got 5 tractors here. Alan McCrosty from South
Alexandra.
Otago.
Oh, roots of South Otago, yes,
Yep.
yes.
Bloody good. Now, look, you've got 5 tractors here. What
Yeah.
an effort.
Well, we thought we'd better make an effort because it's worth coming. Great event,
Yeah.
fantastic. And we sort of drove here yesterday. Not all 5. We carted 3 odd trailers.
Yep.
And the Whātua ones pulled, and we got here
Yep.
after 4 hours from Alexandra.
Bloody hell. Now, there's something special about that last tractor you got down there.
the
Tell
last
us about it.
The last one is a 656 Farmall.
Yep.
And it's a row crop, and it's the only one that I believe in the country. And it's past steering 1966, but it's only 66 horsepower. But we used every one of them yesterday.
I bet you did.
With towing a couple of trailers, towing a couple of tractors. But no, it was good.
It'd be priceless, wouldn't it?
Well, it's not for sale.
Yeah, I know, but you couldn't put a price on something
Yes.
that's the only one in the world, could you?
Well, no, it's not the only one in the
Be
world.
like
It's
eating
only-
tuataras.
Yeah, it is. It's the only one here in New Zealand.
Yeah, yeah.
Because all the other ones came out with a wide front axle.
Oh, okay, yep.
And they brought that in as a narrow front axle for a cropping farmer in South Canterbury.
Bloody good. Now, how'd you get into tractors? Like, what gave you the fetish?
Oh well, I was brought up. My mother breastfed me probably driving a tractor.
Oh.
And so it's in my roots, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And once it's in there, you can't get it out.
No,
and
the diesel in the veins.
And of course, I started with Farball because my parents had Farball. And
Yeah.
when you cut your finger, you bleed red, don't you?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't bleed any of these other horrible
No
colours.
green blood in your family?
No, far be it. So red is the colour.
Yep.
And I grew up with a Super BMD and all those old tractors and
Oh, yeah?
absolutely loved them.
Yep.
And then, of course, got out of farming in 1988, but I've been in the farming sector all my life.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, we love it.
Bloody good. Bloody good to see you here.
No,
Hope
good.
you have a good couple of days.
Oh, we're going to have a ball.
Bloody good. Cut her there, son.
Cheers.
Well, originally I was from Pigeon Bay on Banks Peninsula.
Oh, bloody good. And
Yeah.
you're a nat man.
Well, when I grew up 50 odd years ago or 60 years ago on Banks Peninsula, there was no full motorbikes, no motorbikes as such, and my old man, he farmed a real tough bit of country in Pigeon Bay, and the only way he could get round was with one of these things.
Bloody good machine.
And
you
was
can
a
take
nat.
the wife too.
Well, as kids we learnt to drive on the thing.
Yeah.
They were a bitch of a thing, they used to get stuck all the time. They're very hard to steer when you put a bit of weight on the back.
Yeah.
The Villiers engines were a right pain in the arse. They'd go sometimes and not always go.
This one's original.
And this one's original with the Villiers engine. So you turn the key forward to go forward, and you turned it reverse the whole motor.
Oh.
So that the motor went in reverse.
And what do you like the best thing about the nat though?
Well, there was nothing good about them, but
Nothing good about it.
but you didn't have to walk. So
Yeah.
so for getting around in Pigeon Bay, like originally they used to split all the total posts up the hill and all that, and so they just carried them a short distance.
Yep.
But then when treated posts and gear came along, you had to cart them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that you didn't have, it was too steep for tractors because there were no four-wheel drive tractors.
Yeah.
So this was the only thing that was available, and there was about in Pigeon Bay there was Dad and Des Hunt, and there was about 3 or 4 of them had these bloody things.
Ah.
And they built frames for the side, so they built a frame for the back so you could put hay or something on the back, but then of course you couldn't steer the bloody things because they both wheels drive all the time.
Shit.
And so they built frames that stuck on the side, and you could put your posts and that on the side and load up on the front and that, and then you got a bit of steerage.
Look like they'd be fairly easy to fix, like low maintenance sort of
low
machine apart from the motor.
Yeah, you had to know what you're doing, but
Yeah.
yeah, they were quite common on Banks Peninsula. There
Bloody
would have been, when I grew up, there would have been 10 or 15 of them.
Bloody hell.
Yeah,
Well, thanks very much.
so it's the history of the nat.
Yeah, bloody good.
Now that's a Mark 1, that's
Cut
an
'em out
original.
Auckland.
Bloody hell, we went there once on a bus trip, long way. Yeah, yeah.
Enjoy the traffic.
Now you tell me you've got 11 Land Rovers.
Yes, yeah, I've got 5 Series 1s, a Series 2, Series 3, a Discovery, a Defender and 2 Range Rovers.
And you get to drive those all at the same time.
Yes, yeah, well, you just sort of move them about 10 feet down the road and one back.
Yeah, yeah. No, did you come down from Auckland? Did you bring one down?
Yeah, we bought a Defender down, yeah.
Yeah.
I run a YouTube channel called Kev's 110.
Oh,
and
good.
It specialises in Series 1 Land Rovers.
Yeah.
So we end up going on the Series 1 runs to get as many photographs and films and everything.
Oh, bloody
Of
good.
the-
They're
yeah.
awesome. I've got 2 of the buggers.
Oh,
down,
have you?
down home, yeah.
What sort?
1956 Series 1s. Yeah.
Oh, excellent, both of them.
Yeah,
Oh,
both are
fantastic.
1956. So the
yeah.
covers are wrecked on them now, but we need to fix them up.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. They're certainly going up in value, eh?
I think what
there's
most,
big
most
appreciation.
oh, they are now.
Yeah, very much
Most
so.
farmers, they just wreck all their tractors and everything their whole lives, and then they get to 60 and they want to paint them and restore them and start looking after them.
That's the way it is. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
told anything over 20 years old, it's a Pommy-based vehicle. Basically, put it in the shed and lock it up. It's
Yeah.
going to go up in value. Yeah,
Yeah,
but there's
Kevin-
a huge turnout today. It's
Oh,
absolutely
there's millions,
fantastic.
isn't
Yeah, it's very good.
What would you say that? What do you like the most about them? Owning 11 of them.
Oh, where do you start? There's a real character to them, and the people that you actually meet with the Series 1 group is just spectacular. There's a real sort of conformity or, unity in it. We had a Series 1 run a couple of weeks ago up in the Taranaki area, and one of the guys' fuel pumps packed up, and the bonnet goes up and everybody pulls up behind it. There was 21 vehicles there on a little single lane loose metal road, and the cups of tea comes out and the fruitcake comes out.
What
and the
about
tools
another
come
fuel
out.
pump?
Oh yeah, we got around to that eventually, but it's just like a big picnic just set up. And
Yeah.
if there's any of the locals came through, they wouldn't be able to get down the road.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
everybody's no big rush, no big panic. And we had the same sort of issues up around the back. We went around the back of Lake Hawea the
Yeah.
last few days. And had the usual electronic ignitions that they've been
Yeah,
put in
but
there and they
modified.
packed up there, that sort of carrying there.
I've seen a few sneaking
Going
around
back.
Wanaka in the last week. It looks like there's a war on somewhere. It's bloody Series 1 land.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Some of the Series 1 runs we pulled up in a little town in New Zealand, and everybody starts looking at the curtains because it looks like the army's pulled up out
Yeah,
front. They
yeah.
start,
Bloody good. Well, I hope you have a good day. Are you going on a parade or anything?
Yes, you've been on the last parade, yeah. It's,
Yep.
mainly trying to get many photographs as possible of it.
Yeah.
So publish it. We've got a Facebook page for the 75th Land Rover.
Yep.
And it's got a lot of good photographs from all the different trips we've done.
Bloody good.
There's been 2 trips a day, what they term a short run and a long run. The long run is actually a longer distance as opposed to a longer time. So
Okay.
the shorter runs actually got back late,
Yeah.
and the long ones got back early. So, so the long ones are actually for more modern vehicles.
Yeah.
They're a bit further out,
Yeah.
so covering a bigger distance. But Yeah, with the normal breakdowns and everything in Series 1s, you know, and
Yeah.
everybody just stops and the cups of tea comes out and the fruit
Oh,
cake
yeah.
comes out and just take it easy, chill out.
Do you reckon they look a bit stupid sometimes when they paint them?
No,
They look better?
Yeah, some people get a bit carried away, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's like funny when we actually have a bit of a meeting of the Series 1 group, you know, everybody introduce themselves. Hi, I'm Kevin, I've got a green Land Rover. Hi, I'm Leon, I've got a green Land Rover.
Yeah. Bloody hell, I should
Yeah.
come to one of the meetings.
Yeah, so you'd fit in,
Yeah. Hey, well, thanks a lot, Kevin.
Thank you very
We'll
much.
catch up
Okay,
soon.
thank you.
See you later.
See ya. Bye.
You got the bugger going all right?
Beg your pardon?
Have you got this bugger going all right?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah. Are you ready for the parade?
Oh, we've already done a run.
Yeah.
Already done a run this morning. Yeah. Another one after lunch.
Bloody good. Where are you from?
Oh, Alexandra.
Oh, bloody good place. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah.
And
And good place on a good day.
Are you a Caterpillar man?
I've got 3 cats at home and I've got 9 furries.
Bloody hell.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
like about the cats?
Oh, good. They're good.
It is good.
Good stuff. Good
And the
stuff.
Fergies?
Done.
What do you like about the Fergies?
Oh, well, brought up with them, couple of
Yeah.
teeth on them.
Yeah.
Yep. Got 2 of them up here today.
Bloody good. Well, give it heaps. We'll see you later.
Good on you.
Thanks.
Oh, pretty good actually for a Saturday morning. Good event.
Bloody good. What sort of bloody traction engine's this?
This is a Burrell single cylinder 1908 made in Thetford in England.
Bloody hell. Can you hear him all right there, Chris? What's the best thing about her?
It's big and it's run by steam.
Bloody good idea.
Yeah.
Are you going to give it heaps? Do a burnout?
Oh, we can give it a go.
Hey, thanks a lot. We'll see you later on the round.
Then.
Okay, see ya.
Okay.
Graham Marshall all the way from Christchurch. Tell us a little bit about the Indian there, Graham.
Well, unfortunately it's not mine, but it's 3-speed, hand change, foot clutch. Just cruises about 80, 85 k's quite
Yep.
comfortably. Quite comfortable to ride as well. And as you can see, this one's original, pretty tidy. Perhaps the lady would like to say how well it goes.
And it still goes pretty good.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah.
what was the best thing about the Indian bikes? What do you reckon?
Just something that kids we grew up with them. That Daddy Dad had one in the shed, and then we took it over and played with it. Yeah. And they were used for all sorts of things. Some had sidecars on them, and the local butcher or local shop would run around and do his deliveries with it on the bike. Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be bloody handy.
Yep, or Mum and Dad would have the chair on it and take the family out for an outing on the Sunday drive.
Yeah.
So they were pretty well used as a general purpose bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
No problem.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Mrs. Duncan, Lynette,
Yep.
you got a few cars here today?
About 10 or 12. I didn't count them all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's some of the kinds of cars you got here?
My husband was into Packards, but then his ultimate goal was to own a Duesenberg. So we've got a 1934 Duesenberg here,
Wow.
and his latest project before he died was the Chrysler, the 1933 Chrysler.
Is that the red one?
No, this is the
Oh, this one here, the silver one.
beautiful one here.
Yeah.
So yes.
Did you used to take them on some good trips?
Oh yes, yes. We've been all around New Zealand in our Packards. He's got 3 V12s. The 1918 here is they call it a twin six, but it's actually a V12. This is a straight 8 in the Chrysler,
Yeah.
and the Duesenberg.
She's a real doozy.
She's a real doozy, all right. Yes.
Wow. And what'd you say how many you've got here today? 12?
Oh, I've got a few. I've got about 12 cars at home, so it takes a lot of upkeep and looking
Yeah.
after them.
Wow.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a great thing, isn't it?
Oh, this is amazing. You know, my husband was on the first committee. He was so passionate about it, and you know, because he loved to show off his cars.
Yeah.
But sadly, he died about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
2.5 years ago. So he was, he just loved it.
Big time on the earth moving side of things too. You would have had
Yes.
some other machinery here.
Well, we've got all our trucks over there.
Oh,
I've
you
got
have?
my Kenworth trucks and a
Yeah.
digger, and that's my paying job. This is the expensive side.
Yeah, the costly side.
Yes.
Yeah. And what's, I just have to ask you, what's your favourite
My
of
favourite.
everything?
We've got a V12 36 Packard over there.
Okay.
Lovely to drive. You can put the hood up on a wet day,
Yeah.
hood down on a sunny day. I just
Yeah.
love it. Easy to drive.
Yeah.
It doesn't look the flashiest, but I love driving
Is that the
it.
blue one?
No, that's the green one over there.
Okay. Well, we'll
Yeah,
get a shot of that. We'll get a shot of that on the way out.
Another V12.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for a fantastic interview.
Thank you.
And we'll catch up again soon.
Okay.
And you say good day to Kylie.
I will.
Of course. Okay, behave.
Thank you.
Logan Eston, we're having a bloody good time with the old engines today. What have we got here?
This is about a 1911, 1912 Associated American-built engine, rated at 8 horsepower.
Yep.
It's got what they call a hit and miss governing system on it, so you'll notice every now and again it'll only fire once, which it's about to do now.
Yeah.
Then it'll freewheel till it slows down, and then it'll...
Oh, it's just freewheeling there now?
It's just freewheeling now, because when it fires it holds this valve, the exhaust valve open.
Yep.
So they did it for like saving fuel back in the day, so they weren't like firing every time when they weren't working.
And it'll be easier on the gear too, it'll last longer.
That's right, but when it's under load, it will like fire every single time.
Yeah.
Like this one over here is doing.
So they were mostly used, you were saying before there, like sawmills?
Sawmills, chaff cutters, water pumps. Some of them, a lot of them were on a bigger portable carriage.
Yep.
So they could actually be moved around the farm for whatever jobs were required for it in different areas of the property.
How many of these left in the country?
Oh, there's quite a few of these around. Not so many this big in New Zealand. I know there's one bigger one up at Brayshaw Park in Blenheim.
Yep.
And I stand next to the one up there, and it's sort of yay tall.
Should any of them still working?
The one at Brayshaw Park is, it's still running. Well, it's not on the farm working, but it's still running.
Yeah, yeah.
They built them right up to an 18 horsepower.
And what's this one?
That's 8.
8?
So
That's
you
a
can
big
imagine
engine
the
for 8
size of
horsepower.
an 18.
Yeah, yeah. What would you say is the best thing about the buggers?
Oh, they're just all a bit of fun, and they've all got their own sort of temperaments and attitudes. And but I find the smaller they get, the bigger the attitude.
Oh, is that right? Yeah. And how many have you got?
Oh, I think there's about 50 or 60 in the collection.
Of your collection?
Yeah, between me and my father.
Yep. And you know how to work them all, obviously?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple down there that I've restored for the East Otago Vintage Club.
Yep.
The green one and the other Frisco Standard.
How do you get on getting parts?
Oh, depending what you're looking for, they're around, but you end up sort of making most of them.
Yeah, yeah.
But luckily now I try and buy engines that are pretty much complete.
Yep.
Otherwise, you can spend too much time, too much money making bits and pieces for them.
Yep. And then where were they made?
That one's made in England. America.
Yep. Yeah, so there'll be plenty of parts over there.
They'll be around,
yeah.
But even then, they are more common over there, but they're getting more and more sought after.
Yep.
I mean, it's even over here. They're getting harder and harder to find.
Yeah.
But they are still out there, and it is amazing where they pop up out of the woodwork.
How big is the piston in this one?
I think it's 6 1/4 inch.
Oh, yeah.
With a 8-inch stroke.
That's pretty big.
Yeah. Might be a 10-inch stroke.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. Well, thank you very much. I hope you have a good couple of days.
Not a problem. Thank you, sir.
Good to see you.
Right, enjoy.
See ya. Bloody good. Robin Porter from Hamilton. You've got a few machines here today, Robin?
Yeah, we've got 4 earth-moving machines and 2 trucks we brought down.
Shit, and some of these machines from when you guys first cranked up?
Yeah, we're fairly big contractors up around the Waikato, and what happened, we actually had a wrecking yard, and our kids said to us, what's going to happen with all this gear? Once it's all gone, there'll be none left. So we started saving some of it, and we've been rebuilding it over the last probably 8 years now. And we're just rebuilding all the machines that we actually run, so a model of each one.
Yeah, so they come out of the paddock and they're into it, you have them in a shed now and start looking after them?
Yeah, we'll have to, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, and so you bought them, did you bring these machines down from the North Island?
Yep, they've all come from the North Island. We had 2 here that we left down here last year for 2 years, but the rest we brought down here.
Yep. Yeah, and will you leave the couple down here again?
We're not too sure at this stage. It's a bit hard because they really got to be kept indoors, because otherwise the birds get into them and it wrecks the paint. And
You can leave them at my farm if you like, and I'll play with them for 2 years and do the bloody place up a bit.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
What have we got here, Robin? What are we looking at?
We got a TS14. Our company used to run about 8 of those machines. The TS24, we run about 6 of them, and the 627 at the end, we had about 5 of them. So that was in earth moving, roadworks, coal mine stripping at Huntly, all those kind of jobs. Yeah.
Shit. So when you head home?
Tuesday.
You're not driving one of them home?
No.
Bloody good. Hey, thanks very much. Thanks for coming down, and it's fantastic to see you here.
Yep.
See you soon. Thank you.
It's a great show, and it's keeping all the old gear all together, and there'll be a bit of history here.
Oh yeah. Have a good day.
Thank
A
you.
couple of days. See ya.
Mounted police from Invercargill and Dunedin.
Bloody good. Which one of you was on the Foxy race the other day?
Me.
That was you. I got you there.
Yeah, I was a bit slow, wasn't I?
Yeah. But you got the job done.
Yes, I did.
Bloody nice horses. Do you hunt with Birchwood?
Yes.
You do?
And Easton.
Oh,
Yep.
bloody good.
Yep, I'm a member of both.
I always hunted with my old man. He was the master of Birchwood for 23 years.
Holy, well, we've got our current huntsman's 25 years this year.
Nelly.
Nellie's 25.
Yes, and he's a naughty boy. I know the bugger.
Needs to go a bit quicker on the Jack Russell race though.
Faster than a Jack Russell.
He's not quite, is he?
Bloody good. I better let you go. Good to see you. Thanks very much. Where?
Hororata.
Hororata.
Near Darfield.
Okay. Rolling the camera. Hamish Greg, Hororata, you're a Land Rover man.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things you either have it or you wonder why people drive around in vehicles with a rubbish turning circle. But no, it's started off my grandfather's 1957 Series 1 Land Rover, which was converted, put a diesel Land Rover engine in it and a stock crate on the back. So as a kid growing up on the farm, when he wasn't using it, I was, from the age of about sort of 7, 8 onwards sort of thing.
Yep.
And yeah, just grew.
Yeah, so just tell us again there about the 1957 Series 1.
1957 Series 1. So we converted, put a diesel Land Rover engine in it because we kept on having to overhaul it and make it a bit more reliable. Petrol engines didn't really like puttering around the farm after sheep.
Yep.
So yeah, as a kid growing up, it was sort of Dad would be in his ute and I'd be trying to follow him around. Rather than being in Dad's ute, I wanted to drive, so...
You just loved the Landy right back
yeah,
then?
so I just grabbed Grandfather's Land Rover and drove that around instead. So started there and then bought a 1979 Series 3 short wheelbase. Yep. It was sort of a pet project. The idea was a good one to practice on doing up before I do up Grandfather's one. I've got it warrantable, and that's about as far as it's got. But
that's good though?
Yeah, it's drivable, which is good. Currently it's driving a bit like a tractor at the moment, but it needs a bit more work.
Yes, they do.
And then picked up one you'll see here, which is a 2015 Land Rover Defender 110 in 2018.
Yeah.
So
bloody nice machines.
I was very lucky. I was actually overseas when I bought that sight unseen, but I'd had a previous car that I'd spent double the price of the car and in parts, kept on failing warrants for suspension issues and all sorts, and had another engine sitting there. So I said, well, if I'm going to have an unreliable vehicle, may as well be one that I'm passionate about and
get a Landy.
And get a Landy. Fortunately, that's actually been the most reliable vehicle I've ever owned, so that's a good start.
That's bloody good. Now tell us about the two-door beast here. This was your grandmother's.
So this was my grandmother's 1973 Range Rover. It's for those who are interested in that sort of stuff, it's a B registration. And yeah, one of the early ones in the country. I've been told it was the first one sold to a farmer in the South Island. Yep. All the previous ones went to doctors and lawyers, so most of the farmers were quite keen on the old Series Land Rovers at the time.
We should have been doctors and lawyers.
Yeah, it should have been doctors and lawyers. I haven't learned from that one either. But no, so for up until 2004, it was my family's only more comfortable four-wheel drive, apart from the Series Land Rover and a couple of Mitsubishi L200 farm utes.
Yep.
And then my parents finally got a discovery when, as kids, we started wanting to ski more and they needed something a bit less thirsty going up the mountain roads sort of thing. So I still remember going up the mountain in this thing, and you had to have a bit of string holding onto the rear tailgate to keep the window shut.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise it would pop open on the way up the mountain.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, grandmother's carried on driving this around the farm and to town, things like that, up until February this year. She's just moved into town.
How old is she now?
She's just about to turn 92.
Yep.
So the fact she's still driving this around and still got her licence on the road and stuff, and she did find it funny the amount of attention she got on this thing. She's more than happy to sort of fill up her own fuel at the petrol station, carry on, but always had to stop and talk to people. So
yeah. And are you going to get to keep it?
Yes, I was very fortunate out of my siblings and cousins for Granny to decide that I was the one to take this on and tidy it up. But since '73, it's always had a warrant, so we'll keep it that way. And now it's a bit of paint work and stuff to tidy up, and a couple of the trims the plastic gets a bit brittle in it, so replace those. Needs new headlining and just the sort of little bits and pieces, but
Yeah.
The idea is to keep it drivable and to use it a lot, because vehicles like this, especially the old V8s, if you don't drive them, they get gummed up and stuff. So, but fortunately, my partner actually enjoys driving this more than that because she finds it more comfy. So
that's good.
It's a nice reason to drive it.
Yeah. Now, what would you say that you like the most about Land Rovers?
It's the character of them. I always define it as every time you're sitting in a queue of traffic and you look over at a shop window and you can see the reflection of your vehicle, if it gives you a massive grin on your face, you bought the right one. And fortunately for me, Land Rovers have always done that. It's the character, the history, the fact I've got parts in that 2015 one that are the same parts in my Series 3, because they took the view that if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just... And then the other one where you're driving around and you see someone who's driving another one, you give them a wave and they wave back. So
bit of a club going on.
There's a bit of an unofficial club going on, but you can join the official ones like Canterbury Land Rover Owners Club and things like that. So, but no, it's one of those ones. It's a passion that you're either hooked with or you're not, and when you are hooked with, that's you suck it for life. So
yeah, and a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how we go. That's why they're long-term projects.
Yeah. Bloody good. Thank you very much.
No, that's brilliant. Thank you very much.
See you later.
Cheers.
Bloody good. All good in the hood. Can you hear me all right there, Debs? Good. Riley Taylor from Geraldine. Nice 1977 Land Rover you got here.
It is.
What's the story with it, Riley? Did you buy it yesterday or what happened?
No, so I acquired it off a farmer about 3 years ago, and I've stripped it right back to the chassis and fully restored it. It's ex-Australian, so it was imported into Australia in about 89.
Yep.
And it was Australian forestry, which is the colour.
Oh, I see. The forestry had this colour in Aussie. And what about New Zealand? Same or no?
No.
No, just Aussie. Yeah. So you brought it over from Australia?
It was already in New Zealand on a farm.
Yep.
It was used as a farm truck.
Yeah, yeah. And so you've taken it back to the Ridgie, did you?
Yeah.
So when you say you took it right back to the chassis, did you have to take the cab off it?
Yes, every panel off it.
Big job.
Yeah.
And is this your first Land Rover?
One of the four.
One of the four?
Yeah.
It seems to be you can't just own one Land Rover.
No.
You've got the disease.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and is that a family thing?
Yeah, it is. Always been Land Rovers in the family, so.
Yeah. Bloody good for that Geraldine country chasing wallabies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you coming back next 2 years' time?
Should be.
You're going to bring some more?
Depends if I have a trailer.
Yeah, you got to get a trailer. Have you got more, though, that you're doing up now? The other ones, are you doing them up?
Not yet. Haven't started them. Only just finished this one. Got it on the road.
Yep. Oh, that's good. You'd be pretty pleased to get that warrant on it and away you go. And take the boys out on the booze. And the girls.
Yes.
Now, the other thing is, why Land Rovers? What makes you love Land Rovers?
They're unique. They're British. It's just the best 4x4 by far.
Yep. You wouldn't go past them?
No.
Bloody good. Well, thanks very much for having us.
Yeah.
We'll go and find some more Landies.
Excellent.
Thanks, Riley.
Thank you.
See you soon. Jacob Johnson from Geraldine. Very, very famous man you are up that neck of the woods. Now, tell me about this. She's a 74 Landy.
Yep. Dragged it out of a paddock in Southland. Just fully stripped it down and repaired all the rust in the chassis and firewall and sandblasted it and painted it all at home in the sheds. So.
And you find the old Landy's pretty good, though, pretty good for rust, really, when it's only really the chassis.
Yeah.
The other guards are all aluminium.
Yeah, and the firewall rusts, but it's got new footwells and everything.
So did you have to completely replace that firewall?
Just the foot sections. The rest has all just been sandblasted and original.
Was it pretty rough when you got her out of the paddock?
It was reasonably straight, but just had been used as a farm truck, so.
Yeah. What colour was it?
It was grey.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's now
so you got the Landy
green.
grey. Did you paint it yourself too?
Yep.
So
Just a home in the shed.
Good job.
Yeah, it's all right.
What do you use? Air spray gun?
Yep, just a gun. So.
Not one of those ones from Mighty 10 that spits all over everything. And,
no.
Yeah, electric one.
Yeah.
So that's good. And then you use it. It's going to be your full-time beast.
Yep. So we did the 3-day safari in it. So all went good.
Yep. An original motor.
Yep. It's the 2 1/4, and it was just going to be a road truck, but start to off-road it now.
Yep. Have you you've met quite a few other Landy enthusiasts coming along having a look at it this week?
It's good. Everyone's very friendly, and
it's pretty good to meet them. And then if you ever need parts, you can give them a ring.
Yeah, everyone's got lots of advice and knowledge. And
so what do you reckon? We've got to ask everybody. What's the best thing about Landies?
they go anywhere. Best four-wheel drive by far, and
Yeah.
just simple.
Yeah.
Anyone can work on them.
And do you like
It's well built.
you like the short wheelbase?
Yeah, this is a short base flat decks. There's not as many of them, and
Yeah. Yeah.
it's a bit different.
The girls like it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They flock to it.
Oh, that's the main thing though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've had a few in her. Take them to the movies?
Not yet, just guys, but
Yeah. Oh, but you'll get there.
one day.
Yeah. You got a good horn in it?
Oh yeah.
Well, you better
Could be better. But
you better get their attention, get a good horn in it.
yeah. So I built the deck and everything for it.
Oh, you built the deck too?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. We'll get a shot of it.
Yeah.
But
Did it.
thanks.
Yep.
Thanks very much.
Okay. Thank you.
See you soon.
Yep.
Bloody good there. You're rolling Debs. Wayne O'Donnell, you're from Geraldine.
Correct.
And another landy man.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Through and through.
What do we got here, Wayne?
79 Series 3, 88-inch short wheelbase.
Yep.
Station wagon, and it's fully optioned, this one. So we've got ferry winch, which is a capstan winch, old timer.
Yep.
The safari sunroof, the fold-out steps, the freewheeling hubs.
Are they Land Rover, those steps, are they?
Yep. They came out actually Series 2 station wagons. They started in the 60s, and then they went on into the 70s.
You like them?
Love them. Great. No, the missus likes them.
Yeah.
She can get in.
You haven't got one on your side?
No, I've got one on my side.
Oh, you do?
It would look uneven.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's a little bit of, the young fellas were telling me before, a little bit of history with this particular truck.
Yep. So this truck was sold new in Tikawiti in the King Country, stayed in the North Island, and then was used in the film Kiwi in 2017,
Yep.
which is the Melbourne Cup winner in 1983.
Yep.
So if you watch the film, you will see it stars in it several times, and it only has the bonnet up once.
Oh, good.
So
And was it yours at the time?
No, that was the owner before myself.
Was that a selling point?
It might have been.
Famous truck.
Might have been, yeah. Might have been famous.
Now, Wayne, what do you obviously love the Landies.
Yep.
Could you tell us why?
Probably started in the early 80s when I went to Australia. When I was a kid in the 70s, a couple of our neighbours had them, and they were going out of favour really by the mid 70s to late 70s. I went to Australia and was working in the outback, and we had a couple of the new coil sprung 110s and counties, and nothing else was coil sprung at that time. So I started to enjoy them and fell in love with them, and went against the trend of the Jappers.
Yeah.
And we just thoroughly, I enjoyed them. And then the only decade since the 1980s I've never had a Land Rover in my life is the 90s.
Oh.
So then in the 2000s I went back, and now I have about 7.
I was about to say, how many have you got? Because
Yeah.
no one, as we just learned, has got one Land Rover.
No, it's a disease.
Yeah.
And my doctor says it's incurable.
Incurable.
Yeah, incurable. And you'll just keep going until you die.
Yeah.
And he said, possibly for your wife's sake, don't live too long.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
We've got 2 Series 1s, and I was always said, when the old man, when we put his funeral notice in, Dad died, 2 Land Rovers for sale, but we've still got them.
Yeah.
And we will keep them.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So just tell us quickly about that. I've never seen one with the overdrive.
Okay, so the overdrive was a factory option from the 70s, from Series 3 onwards. They now fit them into Series 1s and 2s, but originally came out in the early 70s. And an English company, Ferry Winch, they made Ferry Winches, also made the overdrives. And you could buy them as an option from your dealership.
Yep.
And they installed them on the back of the gearbox where the PTO drive would go throughout the back.
Oh, yeah.
So they were quite well used in Australia, where there was big open roads more than here, and of course our speed limit was still only 80 k's then. So it's sort of become more of a retrospect thing that you fit them.
Yeah.
But makes them much more drivable. 700 revs per minute less when you're in overdrive. So it drops it. It's, for instance, at 90 kilometres an hour, instead of doing 3,300 revs, you're doing 2,500.
Yeah.
So a big difference.
Keep the noise down while you're having a beer.
Keeps the noise down, if you can say you can keep noise down in a Land Rover, and a bit more economical.
Yeah.
And good fun.
Bloody good. Thanks very much, Wayne.
Thank you.
See you later.
Cheers.
Okay. Cameron McLean from Christchurch, bloody nice machine you got here, and she's got a few radios on her.
Yeah, just a couple. It's all British Army gear from the 60s. So Land Rover's 1963, and everything in it's era appropriate as they would have used it.
Yeah, and was it all on this Landy? Has it always been with this machine?
No, the vehicle's legitimate, and then I've tracked down all of the gear that's in it over time.
Yeah.
Mostly one piece at a time.
Over how long a period?
It's taken me 10 years to get it from just the Land Rover to having this gear in it that's there today, yeah.
And you'll have a canvas
Yeah,
go
there
over
is.
top of it.
Yep, that's rolled up on the front, so I take it off. It shows easier to see what's in there, you know.
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of this gear, she still go?
Yeah, most of it would work. It's not hooked up at the moment, but everything in there should operate if it was assembled right.
Yeah, so who could you talk to? Like if you got on there and said, you're there, Big Jim?
Mostly other enthusiasts. The the frequency ranges are out of modern use, I guess you'd say.
Yep.
But there's definitely Army radio enthusiasts that still use all the gear, just as a hobby, basically.
Yeah. Now, getting back to Land Rovers, you love Land Rovers.
Yeah, yep, more
Have
or
you got
less.
a Land Rover bedspread and Land Rover socks?
No, I've got a Land Rover coffee mug.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And these, the real ones, pretty much.
Yeah, and then how many Land Rovers have you got?
3 at the moment. I've brought and sold a few more than that, but yeah, I've got 2 Army ones and a modified one as well for more adventurous trips.
And you got a room in the garage for more?
No, I've got a 1 in, 1 out policy at the moment.
Have you got a wife?
Yeah, she's in the front of that.
Does she like
hiding.
Land Rovers?
Not as much as me.
Was she hiding?
Well, from the Land
She's
Rovers.
not embarrassed at the Landy? Oh, bloody good. So, what would you say? There must be a reason why you love Land Rovers.
I've just grown up around them. I brought this off my granddad's estate, so he got it in 2000. I had days off school rebuilding it with him.
Yeah.
And yeah, I basically bought it off his estate. I learned to drive in it, and I've had it ever since. So it's been in our family 23 years, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, that's bloody good. How long did it take you to bring it down from Christchurch?
We spent 3 days. We went through Greymouth and Hokitika, just for the hell of it.
Yeah.
But this one cruises at 100k, so it's not as bad as some of the older gear that's here.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, bloody good. It looks awesome. Thanks very much.
Cheers, thank you.
See you soon.
Yeah.
Good. Roger and Heidi all the way from Blenheim. Tell us about the trip.
Oh, it was amazing. We started up in Paihia and 50 minis. All pimped up, all looking slightly different.
Did they all get here?
Yeah, they all did.
That's a rude question, but of course they did. But
actually, we left one mini behind in Christchurch. It broke down with a knackered water pump, but of course it was a BMW Mini. It wasn't one of the classics. So all the classics made the trip, and it's just an epic journey of raising funds, having some silly mini madness along the way. And just having fun and raising lots of money for Kids Can.
Pretty good. How have you gone this year with Kids Can?
We've had amazing support from back home from our sponsors and our locals. We've shaken the bucket around the bars and raised $12,000.
Bloody hell,
that's just our team.
As
a community, and Port Pie community, we've raised $411,000.
Wow, all for child cancer.
Kids Can, yes, Kids Can, which is underprivileged children, supplying shoes, rain jackets, food, books, all that kind of thing.
Oh, bloody good.
Keeping the underprivileged going through school and having a future.
Yeah. And where do you camp? When you come down here?
So
snuggle up in the mini?
No, we've actually been really privileged with fairly decent accommodation. We started off in Paihia, so a night in Paihia. Taupo, Wellington, Christchurch.
Why did you start at Paihia when you come from Blenheim?
Well, that's where the run starts. So
Yeah.
you have to get your mini to the start,
Yep.
and then you're responsible for getting your mini home again. Some people truck their minis to the start, drive it down and finish, and then drive home. Or some people drive from Auckland down to Invercargill and then truck their minis home. We're driving the whole way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now tell me, you've got to answer this question. What do you love about minis?
The sound.
The sound.
The sound
That's
of
a new
a
one.
mini.
I haven't heard that one
And
today.
the smell. My 1979 still smells like a mini.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really cool.
My grandmother had one, but I don't know if it smelled like a mini or if it smelled like her. I'm just not sure yet.
If you
But it was a bloody
poke
good
your nose
machine.
in my mini, and you might
And
find
it was
out.
yellow. Which one's yours?
This little white
Wee
one
white
here.
one.
Yeah.
Good show.
Yeah.
Plenty of stickers on there.
Yeah.
A lot of sponsorship.
Loads of local support. We've been so lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what do you love about the minis?
Everything. I grew up on the back seat of the Mini.
Yeah.
My dad had a Cooper S that he rallied. Just everything. They're just iconic.
Could you ever
Well-
imagine life without a mini?
Well, we've only had a Mini for the last 9 years, and I realised when I drove this Mini, it was the first time I'd ever actually driven a Mini.
Oh.
And it was my daughter's Mini. She bought it when she was 16 to learn to drive in, and we've done a trade. We did a bit of car swap. It's now the family Mini basically. But
Yeah.
I look after it.
Good show. Now, when are you way home, Roger?
We head home tomorrow.
Yep.
Head home to catch up with some friends in Christchurch, and then onward to Blenheim on Monday.
Yep. And get back up into the grape country.
Back into the grape country.
Back to work on Tuesday.
Are you at work with the grapes?
No, neither of us are in grapes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No.
You're lucky because I'll be busy right now
They are very, very busy, and town is packed.
in Blenheim.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
good then.
absolutely packed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Bloody good. Thanks for coming down.
Thank you
Been
for
lovely
having
to be
us.
here. Yeah.
And all the rest of the minis and stuff. It's been great fun.
Bloody
and
good.
thank you for turning some nice weather on for us.
But that was my job, and we did a good job.
You did a great job.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thanks
Thank
very
you,
much.
Tony. See you
Take
soon.
it easy.
See you, Roger.
Thanks.
You say Wanganui?
Yes.
Bloody good. Dan Goldsworthy from Wanganui.
Yes.
Where the bloody hell did you get this car from?
Well, actually, I was doing a plumbing job at a house, and I got there just when the wife got sick of it because she had to park a car this far away from it. And I said, and it was unfinished for 9 years.
Oh.
So I said, if you don't want it, I'll take it off your hands.
Yeah.
So.
And so you did?
I did.
Did it have
I said he can still use it whenever he wants.
And do you let him?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. that way it actually got finished.
Did you cut it down?
Yeah, started chopping out the rusted bits.
Yeah, and
which
then
is
cut the roof off.
Well, the roof was rusted.
Oh, good idea.
And then the doors, took those off and then shortened it up a bit.
Yep.
And then, got
So-
a mini.
If you get a bit, if it starts to rain, you just put a coat in that on.
You get wet.
Yeah. But that's all right. You just pull into the pub.
Yeah, exactly.
Bloody good idea. I might
Please.
cut the roof off. Can I cut the roof off our car? That'd be a good idea.
Otherwise, in the pockets here, we do have our gloves.
Oh, yeah.
Our overalls.
Overalls. And these hats will be bloody good.
Hats. Yep.
Keep
So
you
got
warm.
All the backup materials.
And you drove it down. You drove it down from Wanganui.
Actually, I took it up to Paihia.
Yes.
Well, I drove it into the back of the van.
Yep. Oh, it goes inside your van. Oh, cool.
So I drove it in the back of the van and
Yep.
took it up there and drove it out and then started from Paihia and now I'm just on my way back.
Are you going to go tonight?
Tomorrow morning.
Yep.
Then go over to Christchurch.
Yep.
And then head on the way out.
What does it cost you for a tank of gas at the moment?
$25.
25. I think Debs would like to get a Mini now.
Very cheap to run.
Now, the last thing that I have to ask you is, what do you love about Minis?
Well, I like different things. So my last one that I went in was a V6 Stretch Mini.
Oh, like a
And,
limo?
yeah, it's got an extended front by
Yep.
1100
Yep.
and roof chopped. So that was the last one, so I
Yep.
thought be a bit of more of a challenge and do this one.
Yeah.
So anything different I like.
Yeah. But you just like everything about them.
Like great little cars.
Yeah.
Like a go-kart.
They're cool. I think everybody loves Minis.
Yes.
Especially yellow ones.
Yeah, well, they stand out.
Yeah.
And yellow is a very happy colour.
It is. It's happy.
It is.
I'm happy to be in it, and I just want to go for a cruise around and have a lap around the thing there now. But,
Sure.
But we better not. Thanks very much, Dan.
Always.
Good to see you.
You too.
We'll give you a ring when we need some bloody plumbing done.
Fantastic.
Neil Fox here from here at Wanaka, and what a nice beast you got here.
Thank you very much.
What are we looking at?
It's a 1974 FJ40,
Yep.
which had been in Otago, I believe, all its time, all its years. It didn't look much like that. It actually belonged to the policeman here. And I've been going at Mount Iron every day thinking, I need one of those one day. And then a mate said there'd been one in the paper, and the guy had taken it out of the paper so nobody had bought it. So I rang up and I was following my sat nav around, and it came back to this, but it didn't look anything like that. It was really
So what was the
beaten
one
up.
that you saw?
It was this one. I've been going at Mount Iron. It was below Mount Iron,
Yep.
and it didn't look anything like this. It was
Yep.
it was a mint green. It wasn't restored at
So you
all.
painted it inside and out, everything?
Yep. Yeah, took it all apart. I think they're pretty straightforward to take apart. I didn't do it. No dirt under these fingernails.
No.
Art directed it.
Yeah, yeah.
It just needed to be done.
Is she
And
finished now?
She was finished 6 years ago. So other than just the springs that I did the other day, just to pop it up a little bit, yeah, she's my daily runner.
Is it your main machine?
I've got a 200 series Land Cruiser as well, a new one, and I've got an E-Type as well.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a
Jag.
Series 1 Jag.
Is
Yeah.
that a V12?
Series 1, so yeah, 4.2 6-cylinder.
Yeah.
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 The original, Series 1 E-Type. Yeah.
Bloody good. So what do you like about Land Cruisers in general?
I think the I mean, the aesthetics for sure, the reliability. I think lots of people, they resonate really well here in this part of the world. 'Cause I think a lot of people had Land Rovers. Not that there's much wrong with the old British car, or British anything for that matter. Being a bit of an old British relic myself.
Yeah.
But
You sound like you have to say that.
Yeah. But I think for a lot of Kiwis just remember when these came into New Zealand and things changed in terms of, you know, they could actually get on with farming rather than being stuck under the bonnet the whole time.
Yeah.
And I was just chatting to another fellow who's got one here, and he was, you know, saying we didn't not done anything to the engine really. It's just a little clean up underneath. I think if you bought a Land Rover, you'd be taking the engine out and doing a lot of work on the engine to try and get it to stop leaking. And no disrespect, I love Land Rovers too, but the engines are solid on that. It doesn't. No, I touched some wood. You know, you don't really have any mechanical problems with these.
Why'd you go with the petrol? Do you prefer it?
I couldn't. I tried to find a diesel. I think, to be honest, it was early diesels. You know, it's a 74.
Yeah.
I think the petrols were probably better established. I may be wrong there. It's what came along. Yeah. I kind of wanted to buy one. I just got here. I had some cash, and I thought I'll do this.
Yeah.
And I didn't pay very much for it. I spent quite a lot on it doing it. As I said, it was in pretty sorry shape. There was a lot of bits missing. And you can get bits from Uruguay and Paraguay and on eBay, you know.
And Wingatui, they tell me.
Yeah, a little bits from everywhere. Yeah. And a lot of these bits are aftermarket from the States as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, amazing just how nice it is when you get the decals on there. That's it, it just pops. But
no, it looks fantastic. Oh, you haven't got far to drive home?
No, not too far.
Well, we'll leave you
Side of the
to it.
hill. Thank you very much.
And thank you.
A great pleasure.
See you soon.
Cheers.
Bloody good man. Greg Murphy, bloody good day, Fred. What's your favourite tractor?
That's a great start.
Have you not been asked that one before?
No, listen, I have to go for a David Brown. To be
you're a
honest.
bloody good man.
Because
850?
my grandfather had a David Brown on the farm, and I used to bloody get around on that with him, and then got to drive that. So I vividly remember his David Brown.
A bloody good tractor.
Yeah.
Where were you?
Where was it?
Yeah, where were you based there?
Oh, that was in just out of Waipakaro.
Oh, yeah. In the Hawke's Bay.
Hartuma.
Yep.
In the Hawke's Bay. Yep.
Yep. Is it still there, or has it been washed away?
Well, that's a good point. That we haven't had ownership of the farm there for a very, very long time. So I'd hope it's still there and hasn't been washed away.
Bloody good. What capacity are you in here for the 2 days? You're on the microphone?
Yeah, well, I'm here because I want to be here. I think it's a wonderful event. Came 2 years ago, and when Alan sort of threw the option to come back down and have a play and be a part of the event, I jumped at it with 2 feet. So it is it's just sensational. It's a very relaxed, enjoyable place to come and spend a few days, and amazing machines, all walks of life. I love bloody a bit of earth moving, mate. It's, yeah. I mean, it is. It's mesmerising to watch the big machines do their thing, and then seeing all the agriculture sort of side of it, the horticulture side. I mean, there's a bit of motorsport sort of orientated stuff here as well, and just a beautiful array of motor vehicles as well. So the term Wheels at Wanaka is very much appropriate.
Yeah, she's amazing for such a young event.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, only had a couple?
Yeah, I mean, this year already has surpassed, I think Saturday, by the end of Saturday, we'd surpassed 2021 entire sort of attendance.
Yep.
So that's a massive amount of growth. And I think it says a lot about, relaxed, enjoyable events where there's a lot to look at, a lot to see, and everyone can just take their time and walk around and just enjoy Wanaka for what it is as well.
Yeah.
But enjoy, the history of many different forms of wheels and the likes. So yeah, it's just a wonderful place, and some beautiful machines with of all array from a massive amount of history.
No, they look like brand new, don't they? You wouldn't believe they're not brand new, some of them.
A lot of the stuff is just phenomenal, and I take my hat off to those that have preserved and restored some of the big machinery, some of the machinery that was responsible for shaping New Zealand to what it is today in many respects.
Good to see those old jokers keeping them going.
And
young jokers.
And young jokers. We probably need some more young jokers to follow in the footsteps of the old jokers who've got all the information and the knowledge that's stored within to share that and continue to make sure that we can preserve things moving forward.
Exactly. Now, where do you live?
In Hawke's Bay.
Oh, you're still in Hawke's Bay, yeah.
That's right, yeah.
And
yeah.
what are you busy at the moment with your line of racing and that?
Not a lot of racing, little bits here and there, but I'm associated with a lot of different companies doing a lot of different things. One of them is actually here at Allied Petroleum is one that I work with the HWR group. So. Have an involvement with a lot of road safety campaigning and bits and pieces as well, and trying to change the attitudes and minds of people when it comes to staying safe on the roads, which is a job that is incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
Considering you don't have any support from the government, who have their own thoughts on the way that should be done, which I strongly disagree with.
Yeah. Well, bloody good, and thanks for coming down.
Oh, don't have to thank me for being here, mate.
No.
Don't have to thank me. Love the rural sector, love what they do, and appreciate all the effort and work and the likes. And I think everyone here falls into that same category.
Bloody good. We'll see you in 2 years.
Oh, if not before.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
See ya.
Get him out of trouble, man.
Yeah. Bloody good. Hayden Patton, bloody good day here today. You got the car here?
Yeah, that's awesome to come out here in Wanaka and have the rally car on show and hopefully do a few skids this afternoon.
A bloody good idea. The crowd will be looking forward to that. And you had a few cars here last time too, didn't you?
We had the electric car here last time, so this time we got the combustion car here, so we can actually make some proper noise this time and move some gravel.
Bloody good. Now, what about the electric car? How's it going? You built it up, didn't you?
Yeah, it's going really good. It's coming back from Australia at the moment, so we've been developing it and doing more events. But awesome car to drive. It's probably my favourite car to drive, to be honest. But of course, we love a bit of noise as well, so it's good to enjoy these cars as well.
It'd be bloody weird getting in a car with no noise.
Well, actually, inside the car, the EV's louder, so it creates more noise and everything. So no, it's good.
Yeah, I hear there's a lot of cats being getting run over by electric cars lately.
not our one.
Good for the vet clubs.
You can hear it coming.
Yeah, bloody good. And so what are you going to do for a display out here?
Well, what a rally car does, go sideways and make noise.
You're going to feed it right to it?
Well, of course we will. That's what we're here for.
A bloody good idea. Well, I hope you have a bloody good day, and we'll leave you to it. I've got your old man there on the camera, so we should be right.
He definitely didn't press record.
Did you have that?